Greetings and good evening from Jack Wippich Court here at Kimberly High School, site of tonight's WIAA Division I Girls Basketball Regional Championship game. The host, third-ranked Kimberly Papermakers, taking on the visiting Notre Dame Tritons. Good evening, everybody. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network Wisconsin. Thank you for joining us. The first of our Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week playoff basketball live streams, and we've got a good one between two outstanding programs, platinum programs, as Ricardo likes to say. Kimberly, as I mentioned, 24-1 overall, ranked third in the state in Division I. And of course, we all know what Notre Dame has done in recent seasons. 3 straight state championships and 4 straight state state finals appearances, I should say, in Division II. Tritons coming in at 17-8 overall. Tritons winning 3 in a row before losing in last year's championship game to Pewaukee, going for the 4-peat. But what an outstanding game, what an outstanding matchup here. And looking forward to this one for sure as fans start to file in or continue to file in here at Jack Wippich Court. Joining me as always is Jim Rosandick. We call him Rosie. Not only is he manning the high-definition cameras and making sure all the technical stuff, I guess I could say, is doing well on his end, but he's going to be hanging out with me doing a little color, little analyst, little play-by-play, because Ricardo Arguello is not here tonight. Ricardo is down in Madison at the Kohl Center for the Wrestling State Individual Championship. So I know Ricardo's checking us out down from Madison. Ricardo, wish you were here, but keep up the good work down there along with Mike Sherry. He's in Madison as well. But Rosie, you and me, this is kind of what we do this time of year, right?
Yeah, this is what happens this time of year. So, you know, you don't have the main guy. You don't have the rusty stub.
Yeah.
So now we got to call up the Class A guy. So, you know, there you go.
You're a big leaguer. You're a big leaguer. But this is going to be a good game. We've been looking forward to this one. Or kind of anticipated this when you saw the brackets come out. This is an incredibly difficult sectional for any of these teams to try to navigate through. And how do you like it if you're either team Notre Dame with all those gold balls in recent seasons and those state championship appearances, and then you got Kimberly ranked number 3rd. And, oh, by the way, you guys are going to take each other on in a regional championship. You're not even going to meet in sectionals. It's unbelievable, the depth and the quality of this sectional. So this is going to be a fun one here at Jack Wippich Court. And, Rosie, I'll let you just kind of hang out and do the camera stuff. I'm going to read the game notes here as both teams are on the floor warming up and getting ready for this highly anticipated Division I matchup between, again, 2 stalwart programs. As I said, Kimberly 24-1 on the season. The Papermakers, winners of 8 straight, ranked 3rd in Division I in the final with Sports.net State Coaches Poll. They're coming off a 59-31 victory last night over Sheboygan North. That was a Division I regional semifinal right here at Kimberly. Ava Van Vonderen and Haley Dulis led Kimberly with 16 and 14 points respectively. Van Vonderen also knocked down 3 3-pointers and had 13 points in the first half that saw the Papermakers bolt to a 35-8 halftime lead. Dulis scored 8 of her points in the second half. 10 players scored in all for Kimberly, and the victory, by the way, marked the return for Reagan Krieger, a big boost for the Papermakers, one of the top post players in the area for sure. She had been sidelined after injuring her knee during a loss to top-ranked Pewaukee right here on February 1st. Krieger scored 5 points, with the starters really seeing limited minutes due to the decisive nature in which that game ended up. I should say the final score ended up being. But on the season, Kate McGinnis, she leads the way in scoring at 15.1 points per game. And then through regular season action, she was shooting 45% overall, 38% from three-point range, 63% from the free throw line. Van Vonderen is next at 12.4 points. And again, this is through the regular season now. She was shooting 45% overall, 39% from beyond the arc, and 79% from the line. Krieger 3rd in scoring at 12.2 points. She was shooting 58% overall and 80% from the stripe. Dulis is also averaging in double figures at 11.1 points per game. She was shooting 46% overall, 34% from distance, and 80% from the line. Van Vonderen and Krieger, top rebounders through the regular season at 6.7 and 6.4 boards per game, respectively. Emily Urban led the way in assists through the regular season at 3.1 per game. As a team, Kimberly was shooting 46% overall, 36% from three-point range, and 74% from the free throw line. Through the regular season, opponents were shooting 32% overall and 27% from three-point range. The Papermakers were also out-rebounding their opponents 30.6 to 20.3. It's a decisive advantage on the boards and averaging 11 steals per game. And then on the scoreboard, Kimberly comes in averaging 66.2 points per game and allowing just 39.4. Notre Dame, as I mentioned, the Tritons 17-8 on the season. They're coming off a 60-41 victory over Green Bay Preble last night, a Division I regional semifinal up at Notre Dame. Peyton Musial had the hot hand for Notre Dame with a game-high 22 points as the Tritons took command early and jumped out to a 33-17 halftime advantage. Addison Simpson chipped in with 10 points, while Destiny Weber finished with 8 points. Defensively, Notre Dame limited the Hornets to 30% shooting. That included a 3 of 12 showing from three-point range and 8 of 25 in two-point attempts. The Tritons also forced Preble into 16 turnovers. On the season, Musial is the leading scorer at 20.6 points per game. Kaya Waldrop, now she's out, and she's been out for much of the season with an injury, but she was next in scoring at 16.2 points in 4 games of action, and a very big loss for Coach Sarah Rohde and the Tritons. Aspen Abel is third in scoring at 11.4 points. Webster is also averaging in double figures at 10.4 points. Brianna Breeze is fifth at 9.3 points. Musial is also averaging 5 rebounds and 3.5 assists per game. And then again, scoreboard, Notre Dame averaging 70.6 points per game and allowing 43.3. Winner of this one, by the way, and this, again, talking about the sectional now, will take on either 4th-ranked Hartford or 8th-ranked Homestead. That's going to be a Thursday night matchup, Division I sectional semifinal, scheduled to be played at DePere High School. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 p.m. And keep in mind, the sectional, Rosie, also includes top-ranked Pewaukee. I mean, it's just unbelievable, the talent in this sectional, and it's just too bad it couldn't have been a little bit more spread out. I know that's a bone of contention for some basketball fans here in the area, and even throughout the state. Wish that maybe you could see some of these top teams maybe get to the Resch Center versus knocking each other out here in postseason play, regional sectional play.
Yeah, seeing these two teams this early it's great. It's going to be a great game. You know it is. But this should be something we're seeing down the line. But it is what it is. So
it is what it is, no doubt about it. So we are closing in on warm-ups being done. And again, great to be here at Kimberly High School for really one of the, I think, matchups of the night in the state of Wisconsin in a regional final, Notre Dame and Kimberly. I want to thank our sponsors, Cellcom, Piggly Wiggly, and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Join Cellcom and get an extra line free, plus 2 phones on them. They are a Wisconsin-based business helping you stay connected. Visit cellcom.com/save for details. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. And get your team, club, or business name out there with Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. They customize products specifically to fit their customers' needs. Custom embroidery, screen printing, and graphic design. Cooney's does it all. Visit them online at Cooney'sEmbroideryandSportswear.com. Warm-ups are done. We're going to meet the starting fives here in just a moment. But before that, we'll have our national anthem as we get ready for this Division I championship game. Looking forward to it. Nice crowd starting to fill this gym up. Should be a good atmosphere here at Jack Wippich Court. All right, the starting five for Notre Dame, a 5'7" senior, number 1, Morgan Goki, a 5'8" junior, number 5, Destiny Webster, 6' senior, number 20, Peyton Musial, 6' sophomore, number 23, Brianna Breeze, and a 5'11" junior, number 30, Aspen Abel. Goki, Webster, Musial, Breeze, and Abel for Coach Sarah Rohde's Notre Dame Tritons. Starting five for the Kimberly Papermakers, a 5'6" junior guard, number 3, Emily Urban, a 5'9" senior guard, number 12, Kate McGinnis, a 6' sophomore forward, number 33, Haley Doulis, a 6'1" sophomore, number 34, Ava Van Bonderen, and a 6' senior, number 44, Reagan Krieger. That's Urban, McGinnis, Doulis, Van Vonderen, and Krieger for Coach Dave Lepisto's Kimberly Papermakers. By the way, this is the second time these two teams have met. They met back on February 13th, just a couple weeks ago. Kimberly winning that one, nipping the Tritons, though, 52-47, a close game. And that was a non-conference matchup up the road at Notre Dame. Haley Doulis, she had a big night for the Papermakers with a game-high 24 points on 9 of 13 shooting. She also finished with 4 rebounds, knocked down 2 of Kimberly's 5 total three-pointers. Kate McGinnis, 11 points, 8 steals, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists in the win, filling up the stat sheet for the Papermakers. And by the way, the Papermakers assisted on 10 of their 17 made baskets, so something to kind of keep in mind. The ability to pass, get teammates open, share the basketball, and really get everybody involved. For Notre Dame, Peyton Musial, she had 22 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And Brianna Breeze chipped in with 12 points. But again, Rosie, that was only a 5-point game when they played back on February 13th. So now keep in mind, though, Reagan Krieger was not in that game for the Papermakers. She's back, second game back. She played last night against Sheboygan North after missing some action as the Papermakers control the tip. Remember, Krieger got hurt in the game against Pewaukee back on February 1st, a game we streamed right here. And good to see Krieger back. And again, such a huge piece of the puzzle. There's Krieger right there, just lowering the shoulder. Nice step through, and her footwork, as we've talked about time and time again throughout her career, just fantastic in the post. Almost impossible to stop when she gets it on the block.
I was going to say, knee looks okay, looks good.
Yeah, I was watching the stream last night against Sheboygan North, and yeah, you can see as there's a steal, and here comes McGinnis with it. Didn't seem to be too impeded really at all. Looks very confident in it. Three-pointer, strong on that. That was a good look, though, for Van Vonderen. But good to have Krieger back if you're Kimberly and, you know, missing some time. I want to say maybe about 7 games or so. So that's a nice piece of the puzzle. As Kate McGinnis called Krieger a piece of the puzzle when she was here on our halftime show when we streamed the Kimberly Kaukauna boys game last week Friday. But want to try to get into the playoffs as healthy as possible with all of your key pieces, and Kimberly is doing that right now.
Yeah, you kind of wondered how Kimberly would fare without her, but I believe, what did they win, 7-8 in a row?
Yeah, I mean, that was their only loss was to Pewaukee as Kate McGinnis finds a seam and takes it in for her first bucket. Quick 4-0 lead for the Papermakers as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Peyton Musial, boy, what a talent she is. Actually, you have 2 of Ricardo's Fab Fives playing tonight. Musial for the Tritons, and of course McGinnis for the Papermakers. Always fun to catch Notre Dame. Have a lot of respect for their program and Coach Sarah Rohde. Three-pointer strong. And rebound to the Papermakers. That was Webster with the miss. But, boy, what a run for Notre Dame. As I mentioned, 4 straight trips to the state championship game in Division II. Losing last year to Pewaukee, but winning the previous 3. I mean, that's a gold standard of a program without a doubt. Boy, Krieger, too tough. Too tough. Reagan Krieger, 4 quick points and a 6-0 lead. 3 shots underneath Ricardo, or I should say Rosie, point blank. I'm going to call you Ricardo a few times. And a good job by, that is number 23, Brianna Breeze, getting the Tritons on the board. I was going to say 3, make it, could be 4, blocked. Looked like Webster swatted it out against Krieger, but 3 baskets for the Papermakers all in the paint, Rosie, so something to keep an eye on. And we know that Kimberly can really, with its height and length, strength, can dominate the glass as well, so something Notre Dame's going to have to try to combat is that ball in the post.
Yeah, it looked like they were testing the inside early, and it's definitely there.
Yeah, and that's just good hustle play by McGinnis, a second chance opportunity, something you can't not let Kimberly take advantage of. Too much firepower and too much talent. There's Van Vonderen swatted away by Breeze. Another block for Brianna Breeze. 3 from the right side, no good. Good look, though, for Abel. And Van Vonderen, she can hit that off the mark for sure there. Rebound, oh, Krieger got it, little hook, and can't get that one to fall. Outlet pass, good run up for the Tritons, and a good pass from Musial to Breeze. Getting out in transition are the Tritons, so after a 6-0 run for Kimberly to start this game, now the Tritons with 2 baskets of their own. Nice ball handling by McGinnis as the Papermakers look to reset. Fun game here. McGinnis going to let it fly short. And loose ball. Again, offensive rebound for the Papermakers. And that's a basket by Van Vonderen and a good find by Urban. First points of the night for Van Vonderen. Looked like Urban was going to pull up from mid-range. Saw Van Vonderen instead, delivered a nice pass. Van Vonderen keeping that ball high and an easy bucket. Breeze with a good look, just overlaid it.
Yeah, I actually saw that. I thought, what kind of shot is, oh, it's a pass, okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, now Urban to the glass, no good, and rebound Breeze. Boy, Breeze, very active player.
Yeah.
6-foot sophomore, just a sophomore. So Sarah Rohde and the Tritons got to be very excited to see her go back cut and a good pass. Musial with the finish, and that was Webster with a beautiful pass to Musial, who's in the scorebook now as well. It's going to be a close game.
Oh, yeah, no question about it. This is going to be a good back and forth, I think.
Both teams so well coached.
Because their first time they met was a 5-point game?
Yeah, 5-point game. Another offensive rebound, and Van Vonderen, they'll go into the line. We have our first foul of the night. Too many offensive rebounds if you're the Tritons. So Breeze is called for the foul. That'll send Van Vonderen to the stripe. First free throw attempts either side tonight. Van Vonderen, nothing but net on the first. Look at Van Vonderen, a 6'1 sophomore. Boy, if you're Coach Lepisto, you have Van Vonderen back, Doulis back. I mean, M. Urban, just a junior. I mean, oh, check that. Okay, they've switched the foul now. So it's not on Breeze. It's going to be on Abel. Okay. And Van Vonderen hits the second. So they cleared that up at the scores table. Van Vonderen knocks down a pair, and she's got 4 on the night. 6-point, or I should say a 4-point lead for Kimberly as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Turnover. Doulis now. And that's Kennedy Eben, number 14, with it, as she checks into the game. So many different options for the Papermakers. Really tough to key on one player. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Oh, they're going to say a travel. Oh, it looked like the official said she dragged her pivot foot. I don't know if Reagan Krieger agrees with that call. But the official right there. Looked like a pretty good move, but just maybe dragging that pivot foot a little bit. So turnover to Notre Dame with a chance to whittle away at that deficit. Only a 4-point deficit. We're going to get a tie up here, and that'll be Notre Dame's basketball.
Yeah, but the way Krieger was moving, that pivoting on that leg, that looks like she's in good to go. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, psychological is kind of the biggest thing, right? The biggest hurdle is to kind of you don't want to think that you might hurt it again. But yeah, she looks like she's no limitations and is usual self. Little floater.
Oh,
nice job by Breeze, who already has 6 points for the Tritons. Good-looking player.
6 points, 3 rebounds already?
Yeah, and a couple blocks, I think, too.
Yeah.
Krieger, left hand, she's fouled, and she'll go to the line. Attacking the rim are the Papermakers. Now Breeze does pick up her first, so Krieger going to the line. Krieger going to play collegiately at Minnesota Duluth. She also had a bunch of Division I offers. Krieger now with 5. D1 offers from Southern Illinois, Edwardsville. D2 offers from Michigan Tech, Minnesota State, Roosevelt, St. Cloud State, Truman State, and Winona State. Krieger's going to be a teammate, Rosie, at the next level at Minnesota Duluth with Tori Neubauer.
Oh, okay.
Appleton East standout that we just had in the varsity roundtable this past week.
That's a couple of good new ball players to get.
Yeah.
Neubauer just...
Looks like they're going to call drought on the foul. Fans don't like that.
We'd stream that game where Neubauer really just went crazy in the second half with those threes, bringing East back from that 20-point deficit against Oostburg.
Yeah, that was a great game. And Neubauer hit the game-winning 3. Remember, Lily Mullmans had a big shot. Emily Sweeney had a big shot down the stretch. And of course, the Ketterhagen sisters leading Oostburg.
Oh, they were impressive, too.
Yeah, that was a fun game.
Yeah, it was.
Fun game here so far. That's Dulis going to let it fly, and there's the first triple of the night. Either side, Haley Dulis knocks one down wide open, and good ball movement by the Papermakers. That's 4 players already on the scoreboard for Kimberly, up 7 now, largest lead of the night for Kimberly at 15-8 as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. And we're going to get, what are we going to get here? We're going to get a tie-up, and that'll go to Kimberly. Dulis, who just knocked down the 3. She has D1 offers from DePaul, UW Green Bay, Marquette, and UW Milwaukee. Van Bondren. D1 offers from Butler, DePaul, UW Green Bay, Marquette, UW Milwaukee, and Wisconsin. I mean, just up and down the board. So much talent on the floor here tonight.
Yeah.
Dulis double teamed. Good job by the Tritons to force that turnover. Near turn, they're going to say a travel right back. So good job by the Papermakers to get back quickly in transition and force that travel right back to the Papermakers.
Addison Simpson tapping herself. My bad. It was me.
Urban with it.
That's the beauty of basketball. You can make a mistake, but then you can come right back and make a tremendous play.
Absolutely. And you don't need to fill up the scorebook necessarily, right,
No.
to have an impact in the game. You can come up with some
Exactly.
steals, some rebounds, assists, just play good defense, be a defensive stopper. So many different roles in the game of basketball. You always look at the scoring, the rebounding, but you can have a 2-point, 8 rebound, 6 assist night, and that's a darn good game. Trying to get it inside. Double teamed is Van Vonderen, trying to find a teammate. Good defense by the Tritons, though, making it tough. You could see Kimberly wanted to run the offense through the post, and that's how they're so effective. But Tritons making sure to double the block and forcing that turnover. Musial now will inbound the ball. Boy, what a career Peyton Musial's had for Notre Dame. Comes into tonight's game 1,474 career points. She reached the 1,000 point mark earlier. She's going to play at Alabama Birmingham at the next level, playing D1
Oh, wow.
ball.
Blazers?
Yeah, she had a lot of D1 offers. Bradley, Central Arkansas, Central Michigan, Colgate, Evansville, UW Green Bay, Illinois Chicago, UW Milwaukee, Nebraska Omaha, Northern Colorado, Northern Iowa. And there's a triple by Urban. And a 10-point lead now for the Papermakers. 5 players have scored for Kimberly and swatted away. Guess who? Kennedy Eben, one of the defensive stoppers. Another turnover. And a 10-point lead for the Papermakers. Scoop shot, no good. Rebound, though. Van Vonderen off the Duelist miss. And we're going to get a timeout by the Tritons as the Papermakers have opened a 12-point lead here at Jack Wippich Court. What a start for Kimberly. And a full timeout, it looks like, or maybe a 30-second timeout for Notre Dame. Too many second chance points right now for the Papermakers if you're Coach Sarah Rohde.
Yeah, they were really getting to the boards quite effectively.
Finish that thought on Musial. Also had offers from Northern Kentucky, New Jersey Institute of Technology, North Dakota, San Francisco, and Toledo. Coach Sarah Rohde, by the way, she really credited Musial with a lot of hard work in the off-season in the weight room. So congratulations to her, a 1,000-point score. What a career she has had.
Yeah, I got to say, when we were filming the Fab Fives, she was just really super player to interact with, and when we did our filming and that, and then you put her and Rainey Wilson together, which I believe they are pretty good friends. That is like a comedy team.
Really?
Oh, gosh, they're just hilarious.
Rainey Wilson, don't know if she can be back or not. Remember, we were at the game where she, against Kimberly, hurt her knee, and she's been out since. Don't know if she'll make it back in time for postseason or not. Hope so. Oh, turnover. Oh, boy. Looks like we're going to have a run out. Eben with the steal. Up and in. Oh, missed the layup.
But another rebound.
Another offensive rebound for Kimberly. Three-pointer. And this time Musial gets it. You can see Eben just hounding Musial as Peyton tries to bring it up the floor. Good job by Peyton to hold firm with the basketball and allow the Tritons to reset. Three-pointer, rims out, and rebound. Here comes Van Vonderen. Urban now with it. This time McGinnis going to take it from the corner. Rebound Musial, and here come the Tritons. So a good matchup there as Eben guarding Musial. We've seen Eben really take on that role of really trying to shut down the opponent's top scorer.
She is a pretty much a shutdown defender. Didn't she hounded Rainey Wilson one of the games we streamed earlier.
That was the game where Rainey got hurt. Not
That's right.
Not because of any strong defense. It was just, but yeah, that was the game we were at. We were really commenting on the strong defensive play by Eben. That was back. Who was that? That was January 28th at Hortonville.
Is that another block for Breeze?
Well, we're going to get almost a turnover there. Good job to keep it. Yeah. Musial now from the wing, and you can't leave her open. That's a big bucket. She's got 5. 5 for Peyton Musial, and a big three-point basket down to 9. Let's see if Notre Dame can get a few stops. Working off the screen. Good. Kendall Brochtrup with a triple.
And that's 3 games heating up.
Yeah, and the third three-point basket for Kimberly here tonight. Back to a 12-point lead. Fast-moving first half, by the way.
Wow, you aren't kidding. 6 minutes.
I just kind of glanced at the clock to see where we were at. And good shot there, number 30, Aspen Abel. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout for Kimberly as Coach Lepisto now wants to talk things over.
Is that a good mid-range shot?
Love the mid-range.
There you go. There you go.
Mid-range and free throws. There's Dave Lepisto. What a job he's done at Kimberly. Third season as head coach, an assistant for 9 seasons under Troy Cullen, the longtime Papermakers girls basketball coach. Lepisto coming into tonight, I've got him at 63-17 overall, 44-10 in the Fox Valley Association. By the way, the Papermakers champs in the FVA at a perfect 18-0. Pretty tough to go through the FVA with an unblemished mark. Notre Dame finished second in the FRCC, 15-3. I believe the Tritons were in league play. And winning the conference with a perfect 18-0 record. De Pere, by the way, both De Pere boys and girls, perfect records in that FRCC this season, 18-0.
When's the last time that happened?
Good question. And I know the De Pere boys, they've got a long, maybe 50, it's about 58-game conference winning streak, something like that. As McGinnis now trying to get it across the timeline. She does. Kick out, 3 from the corner. That's Claudia Asman misses. And a good look. Claudia can knock those down for sure. Claudia Asman, a 6'1" junior forward into the game. 3 for the Tritons. Got it! Aspen Abel again with another bucket. She's got 5. And it's a 7-point game. You see that Notre Dame defense kind of tightening up there a little bit.
Yeah.
Notre Dame known for that pressure defense. 3 for McGinnis, rims out. And we're going to get another tie-up. Kimberly, that's Kimberly's first FBA championship since the 2020-21 season. As I mentioned, the Papermakers a perfect 18-0 in league play. The title was the 23rd for Kimberly in program history and its 17th outright conference championship. You go back to 2018 and 19, the only teams winning FBA titles, Kimberly, Hortonville, and Neenah, the stalwarts in this league. Krieger, kick out after the offensive rebound. Van Vonderen with the miss, loose ball, and Musial has it. First foul, I'll say second foul now on Kimberly. Asman picks up the foul. Both teams with just 2 fouls apiece. Remember, the winner of this one moves on to Thursday's sectional semifinal, take on either 4th-ranked Hartford or 8th-ranked Homestead. That'll be at the Pier. 7 o'clock tip scheduled for that. See if we can kind of keep an eye on how that game is going. And if anybody wants to let us know some regional final games, especially that one, let us know in the YouTube chat. You can kind of keep an eye on it and let everybody know what's going on throughout the region, throughout the state. Little turnaround, and that's going to send Webster to the line. She's fouled. 2 shots coming. Foul goes against Krieger, her first.
Now, if you notice, Webster with the 2 different shoe game, much like Van Vonderen for Kimberly.
Yeah, that's something that Ricardo mentioned before.
Ricardo's kind of a big shoe game guy, though.
Ricardo loves the shoes, doesn't he?
He does. He definitely has his knowledge about it. So
yeah,
got to give him that.
At least he knows something about something.
There you go. There you go. That's important. Everybody should know something about something.
2 free throws. Look at this, Rosie. A 5-point game. Kimberly had a lead as large as 12, I want to say. In the first half.
You were spot on earlier when you said Notre Dame has definitely tightened up the defense.
Getting in deep into the post, knocked it away. They doubled it, and that's going to go to Notre Dame.
And it also seems like Kimberly's not getting the second chance offensive rebounds as much anymore.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But I think even more important, Rosie, is the fact that they're not letting the ball get in the post so easily anymore.
No. Good point.
So anytime that ball's hitting the block, it's a quick double, maybe even a triple team to try to get it out there, take that advantage away of Kimberly.
And I mean, the outside shot, the 3-ball shots are there. They're just not hitting on them.
Musial at the top.
But shooters keep shooting, right?
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. Under 4 minutes to play, and again, fast-moving first half. Notre Dame doing a good job. Down by as many as 12. Bounce pass, and another. Oh, we're going to get a foul on Notre Dame. So a turnover. So Musial picks up the foul. Look at coming in with that edge that Kimberly has had, rebounding. This is during regular season play, 30.6 to 20.3 per game in rebounds. So overall, it was 764 to 507. Also, big free throw advantage as well. As Krieger, tough shot.
Well, won't let me go to the boards? Fine, I'll just use the mid-game.
Yeah, 8 points now for Krieger and a nice little 10-footer. Instead of trying to force her way to the glass, yeah, she's just take that. Loose ball, almost a steal by Urban. And that's going to be a kick. Yeah, the free throw advantage, too. Again, this is during regular season play. Kimberly had outscored its opponents 270 to 121 from the free throw line. In fact, they made more free throws, 270, than their opponents had attempted at 204. So something for Notre Dame to make sure that Kimberly doesn't get to the stripe. Deep three, strong. That was Abel with a good look. Bounce pass. Here comes Urban. To McGinnis. Oh, we're going to get a offensive foul on McGinnis. So her first. Notre Dame competing at Division I this season. Remember, they've historically been a Division II program, but they have been moved up, Rosie, because of the WIAA's new Performance Factor Initiative. So in Division I this season, with all that success they've had in recent years, making it to 4 straight Division II state championship games, Notre Dame can definitely hold its own in D1.
I was going to say, they're definitely one of the teams that they can hold their own moving out.
Nice bucket for Bree. She's got 8. And a good battle between these outstanding programs. Inside, Krieger, one-on-one. Oh, miss. Gets her own miss. She's fouled. Another offensive rebound. Relentless on the glass.
Looks like we got a score. Brookfield East over De Pere 17-9 with 5 minutes left in the first half. Thanks to Joe Reuter.
Thank you, Joe.
Reuter. Appreciate it, Joe.
And if you got that Hartford Homestead game, again, the winner of that one plays the winner of this one. The sectional gauntlet continues for whichever team wins tonight. Dulis clapping her hand. She had that baseline backdoor cut. Just didn't see it. Kick out. 3-pointer from the corner. Oh, that was Urban with the miss. Sprees with it. And now Webster bringing it up the floor for the Tritons, trying to cut into that 5-point deficit. They trailed by as many as 12. Whoa, Musial tripped up. Here, Notre Dame fans may be thinking a whistle should have been called. Dulis going to let it fly. Looked good from our vantage point.
Yeah, I thought she had that.
Back and forth we go. Three for Breeze, off the mark, but again, you know they're happy with that shot. She can knock those down.
Yeah, I like the way she just kind of stepped back and took it.
McGinnis, deep three
Whoa.
for McGinnis, and that will go out of bounds. Of course, Kate McGinnis, also a 1,000-point scorer this season. and she's going to be playing at the next level at Belmont in Nashville. She came into tonight with 1,258 career points. A whole bunch of D1 offers for her as well. Bradley, Davidson, Eastern Illinois, Utah State, and Wisconsin. She'll be teammates with Emily LaChapelle, the former Appleton East standout, also at Belmont. Oh, whoa, geez, just right through the paint, knifing her way through is Van Vonderen.
Yeah, they're going to get a great ball player in McGinnis.
Van Vonderen now with 8.
Also another Fab 5, and she was also excellent to work with. All these good kids, I tell you. I can call them kids because I'm like way old.
Oh, there's McGinnis with the block, and now with 20 seconds to go, it's 2-on-1. Bounce pass. Oh, they're going to say, they say double dribble or travel. Yeah, she kind of got caught up. I think she was thinking, sizing up, maybe should I take it in? And at that last second, she decided on the bounce pass, but kind of got caught up there. And the turnover now with 18.1 seconds to go. I imagine the Tritons will want to hold for one final shot here to close out a entertaining first half in this regional championship. Down to 5. Oh, 3 blocked. Loose ball. Bemusio will go to the line, though. Kind of Johnny on the spot for Peyton, getting that offensive rebound, and 2 shots coming. So Dulas gets the foul, gets called for the foul. Musial, 5 points, her first trip to the stripe, and a little off the mark there for the lefty. Gets the second one to fall. And he'll just hold as the buzzer sounds to close out a very good first half. Good job by the Tritons. Rosie down 12, but making it a 6-point game at the half, anybody's ball game in this regional championship game. So halftime here at Jack Wippich Court, Kimberly High School. We look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Shows the Papermakers on top of the Tritons. 27-21 in this regional championship game. We'll talk more about tonight's game. Maybe some fun facts about these two teams and things we have coming up digitally after this short break.
At Cellcom, we live, work, and play right here in Wisconsin. That's why we use our wireless technology to help protect this place we call home. That's technology with a heartbeat.
Promote your business, unite your team, or just get your name out there with help from the professionals at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Family owned and operated for over 20 years, we have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your business or organization. We can put your logo, name, or anything else you want on any article of clothing. From embroidery and screen printing to graphic design and heat press services, we've got you covered. Call today.
Welcome back to Jack Wippich Court, Kimberly High School. As we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, Kimberly on top of Notre Dame at the half, 27-21 in this WIAA Division I Regional Championship game. I'm Brett Christopherson with USA Today Network, Wisconsin, and the Post Crescent, hanging out with Jim Rosandick. We call him Rosie. And no Ricardo Arguello tonight, or Mike Sherry. Both of those guys, they're busy down in Madison covering the WIAA State Individual Wrestling Meet. And I'm sure we're going to have quite a few championship wrestlers from this neck of the woods. So definitely check out postcrescent.com, greenbaypressgazette.com, and see which wrestlers are bringing home the gold. Obviously a wrestling hotbed around here for sure. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Cellcom, Piggly Wiggly, and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Join Cellcom and get an extra line free plus 2 phones on them. They are a Wisconsin-based business helping you stay connected. Visit cellcom.com/save for details. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. And Cooney's, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Visit them online at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear.com.
Brett, I got a halftime score.
Yeah.
Neenah up on Hudson, 26-24. Thank you, Diver Duck Down.
All right, close game there.
For that one.
Close battle. And, another one, another interesting game, if anybody knows out there, of course, we're looking for the Homestead and, what was that, Homestead and, Hartford and Homestead, yep. The Hartford and Homestead game. Again, the winner of that one plays the winner of this one. If anybody knows, let us know in the chat. Also, Appleton East Hortonville, that's a big game tonight. Two FBA opponents, foes, and Appleton East playing some red-hot basketball right now, and definitely a scary team right now in the playoffs. So I'm kind of curious to see how that game is going as well. Also,
they were just on Varsity Roundtable this past Wednesday.
They were Varsity Roundtable every Wednesday night on postcrescent.com, also our Facebook page and our USA Today Network Wisconsin YouTube channel. That is our live weekly look at the Fox Valley Prep sports scene. Ricardo hosts it. I run the live chat. Rosie's doing all the producing, making sure it looks good, sounds good. And, yeah, we had Appleton East girls basketball on this past Wednesday. Tori Neubauer, Lily Mulmans, and Ava Schwann. They were all on, the seniors, and really excited about their prospects of making a nice tournament run. So we'll see how the Patriots do tonight against Hortonville. But, again, you can check that out every Wednesday night. I know Ricardo will probably have some state champion wrestlers on this Wednesday is what I'm guessing. And then maybe we'll do a little bit more basketball. Then we'll probably take a couple weeks off and transition into the spring season and finish it off good and strong. Don't forget also June 20th will be our Northeast Wisconsin High School Sports Awards show at the Lambeau Field Atrium. We've already got the fall nominees out. You can go to sports on postcrescent.com, for instance, or greenbaypressgazette.com and check that out as well. You find a tab and you can see the fall nominees. We'll have our winter nominees coming as well. We'll announce our celebrity guest in the weeks to come, but we're already busy planning that, so mark that on your calendars. And just wanted to kind of mention a few things. I had reached out to Sarah Rohde, just wanted to get some facts about her team, because we haven't seen them this season. And kind of some fun stuff. Some fun team facts for the Tritons. She said players like to get a lot of claps and chants going. Apparently, the players like to harass their JV coach, Eric Huss, and I don't know what that's all about, but they like to give him some grief, apparently. And very
just keeping them honest.
Complimentary of how the girls have showed growth and bought into their roles after some different lineups were needed when Kaya Waldrop went down with the injury. Kaya is going to play basketball and softball collegiately at Division II Grand Valley State. Again, injured much of the season, but when she was in the 4 games in which she appeared, averaging 16.2 points per game. So she has missed for sure. Sarah Rohde also said Addie Simpson is kind of known as the group leader. And this was a good one here. I thought this was pretty funny. Coach Rohde said that the Tritons have had 2 male practice players showed up pretty consistently this season to help prepare Notre Dame for the rigors of the FRCC season. I guess their names are Sawyer and Jack. Now, Jack is the boyfriend of Peyton Musial, and Sawyer happens to be one of her best friends. Now, according to Coach Rohde, they do a great job, but apparently those guys have to walk a fine line between making the team better or making Peyton really mad.
Okay.
All right, so I'm guessing Coach Rohde prefers to let the team get better, and Peyton, you just have to cool off after those tough practices.
Unless if you make her mad, she plays better, which, does happen sometimes.
Well, that's good stuff. And also she mentioned, let's see if I can find that here. Oh, Morgan Goki, one of the starters. She's going to play collegiately at Division III Hamline. I think that's in St. Paul, Minnesota. Or is it Hamlin? She has a youth apprenticeship at Green Bay Packaging. She also turned 18 this year and apparently decided to go skydiving.
Oh, braver than I would be.
Yeah, according she's their defensive stopper. Toughness of their team is what Coach Rhodey said. But Sarah also said, quote, Morgan has become addicted to jumping out of planes, end quote. So you turn 18 and you just want to start jumping out of airplanes. I'm going to be going on an airplane here in the next few weeks, and I'm going to be buckled tight. Just get me safe and sound, please, to where we have to be headed. But
nothing but props and respect to Morgan from myself.
Morgan Goki, 5'7" senior. Some fun stats and facts.
Yeah, that is good.
You know,
see, and that's what's nice when. I mean, you know the athletes. You know they're good at what they do. But they're people, too, and they've got personalities. And it's always, in my opinion, it's always nice to hear stuff like that because you know that they're people, too, and they got a funny side. I mean, like I said, I did not expect that from Peyton Musial and Rainey Wilson because they were the last two we filmed. And I want to say they're pretty good friends, but they just played off one another, and it was bust a gut, every minute here. And then, I was like, okay, we got to film here.
Yeah, got to get some work done, right? Yeah.
So,
well, that is good stuff, and we appreciate both coaches. Dave Lepisto had sent some information about his team early in the season when we were streaming the game. So, appreciate the coaches for helping us out on these webcasts, these live streams. First half scoring for the Papermakers: Urban with 3, Brocktrop with 3, McGinnis 2, Dulis 3, Van Vonderen 8, Krieger with 8. For Notre Dame, Webster with 2, Musial 6, Breeze with 8, Abel with 5. I want to thank the athletic director here, by the way, Ryan McGinnis. I believe this will be our last Kimberly game through the winter season now. We do football. We've done some boys and girls basketball, so we always appreciate Ryan and his staff for always making sure we're good to go. Rolling out the red carpet.
As always. Yep.
I know Ryan, who's Kate's father, by the way. Ryan led you up here to the press box, but we always appreciate coming anywhere we go. But always fun to stop by Kimberly High School. And who knows, maybe we're kind of thinking about streaming some lacrosse games this spring. Maybe we'll come back to Kimberly, do some high school lacrosse.
Yeah.
We had some requests to do that last year. Now that it's a WIAA sanctioned sport, might be kind of fun to check out. Do a few streams in the springtime.
Why not?
Just at the football field, so it'll be an easy setup. So we are underway. Second half begins with the Papermakers up 6 and with the basketball. Nobody in any foul trouble. Nice little cut and finished by Van Vonderen. Good pass from Krieger to set that up, and a nice play to open the second half for the Papermakers. Screening Van Vonderen open underneath. 8-point lead for Kimberly. Good matchup there. Now Van Vonderen guarding Musial. 3 off the mark, but close. Offensive rebound. Nope, it's going to go to Kimberly, but good look for Morgan Goki, the skydiver. We'll be back at it Thursday for another Cellcom Varsity Game of the Week live stream, a girls sectional semifinal. Just don't know where that's going to be, Rosie, or who that's going to involve. Another offensive rebound. We're going to get a tie up, and that'll be Notre Dame basketball.
But I'm sure you'll tweet about it or when we know.
I'll post it on X or tweet it on Twitter, whatever we want to call it, at PC Brettsy. So please give me a follow. I'll let everybody know where we'll be. And then next Saturday, sectional final, I would imagine somewhere, depending on the matchups, of course. And we've got some boys' games to look forward to as well. Oh, nice
pass.
Beautiful pass. Rims out from Musial, but she stays with it. And somehow through 3 defenders, scores. So she's got 8. Van Vonderen, I thought maybe she was going to let it fly. Said pull up strong on that one, and now rebound Abel, and here come the Tritons, down 6. Oh, a little floater. Musial with the miss. McGinnis with the rebound. I was just going to say Peyton does such a nice job letting the game come to her. Leading scorer, Division I player, and that's going to be a turnover. Doesn't force the issue. She'll pick her spots when to strike. Inside, blocked by Van Vonderen, but the Tritons stick with it. That's Webster off the mark, and that'll go to Kimberly. So good look there by Destiny Webster. Just couldn't get it to fall. Destiny Webster doing a good job of taking the role that Trista Feta held so well, right? Trista, I believe, at Illinois State, I want to say.
Oh, it looks like Appleton East is up 28-22.
Oh, cool. Good
Thanks
game there.
to Meg Prowl, 21 for that.
Thank you, Meg. Spin move, and Krieger will go to the line. So Musial picks up her second as Krieger now at the line, where Krieger 8 points. She's 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Nope, that's okay. Breeze. That's the second time they've changed it now. Breeze with the foul, not Musial. Nine points now for Krieger, who's a perfect 3 of 3 from the free throw line.
And that East Hortonville score was halftime.
Okay, thanks, Rosie. And good on the pair. So 10 points now for Krieger and an 8-point lead as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Looked like they were trying to get it to thread the needle to Musial on the back cut, but really clogged up good, or well, I should say, by that Kimberly defense. Both teams challenging non-conference schedules. Almost, that rims out. Halfway down. Blocking call along the baseline against the Papermakers. First foul of the half for Kimberly on Eben. You look like Notre Dame. I mean, they have 8 losses, and you're thinking, well, did Notre Dame take a step back? No. I mean, check out. It's a who's who as far as who they've played. They've lost to number 1 Pewaukee. They beat number 4 Hartford. They lost to Hortonville, which had been a top 10 team all season long. Lost to number 3 Kimberly, that was 2 weeks ago. Lost to number 2 Arrowhead about a week ago. And then lost to Providence Academy on February 22nd at Hortonville. Providence played Notre Dame and then Hortonville. And Providence, Rosie, like 26-0. They're undefeated and ranked number 1 in Minnesota's Class 2A. Providence also beat Hortonville 96-46. And then don't forget, of course, Notre Dame losing twice to the FRCC rival De Pere Redbirds, who are ranked number 6 in Division I. So non-conference schedule plus those 2 games against De Pere. That'll get you ready for postseason play.
Yeah, that's quite the gauntlet itself.
No kidding. And deep 3. Oh, rims out for Abel.
You know, both teams are really getting good looks at the threes. They're just, it's like in and out or just off a bit.
Good battle between Goki and McGinnis. McGinnis now, we're going to go against Kimberly. It's going to be on McGinnis. You look at Kimberly's non-conference slate. They beat number 5 Brookfield East. They beat number 6 De Pere back on December 10th. Brookfield East was a season opener. Lost to number 1 Pewaukee here on February 1st, 82-67. Then beat number 6 West De Pere. Looks like we have a foul now on Notre Dame. Her 3rd foul on Breeze, by the way. So something to keep a watch on for the Tritons. Breeze with 3 fouls. West De Pere ranked number 6 in Division II, so that was a win. And of course, Kimberly beating Notre Dame on February 13th, 52-47. Van Vonderen wide open. Short on that. And here come the Tritons down 8. Both teams kind of cold, Rosie.
Yeah. I wonder the threes are going to start falling or no. I mean, they're getting good looks. But maybe they got to work the ball inside instead.
From the top, Webster, no good. And now McGinnis 1 on 3.
They got to use that mid-range.
Scoop shot, McGinnis going to the line for 2. Attacking the rim, didn't care what the numbers were.
Yeah.
So McGinnis, 1 bucket in the first half, first trip to the free throw line here.
I will say this about McGinnis. I mean, she handles the ball so well.
Yeah.
But when she drives, it's just like, I'm going, try and stop me.
Yeah, she's pretty fearless.
Yeah.
And Belmont definitely getting a good one in Kate McGinnis. And makes the pair. And 10-point lead now. Remember, the largest lead of the game is 12 for Kimberly back in the first half. So Tritons some work to do here. Oh, nice steal by Krieger. Really read that bounce pass well. Van Vonderen now, and Eben with it, trying to get it in the post. Oh, good cut and good find by Krieger to Van Vonderen.
Wow.
Van Vonderen now with 12. Krieger hands high. Good job on the post. 3, no good. And rebound, Krieger, another board, playing really well. And we're going to get a foul on number 34, Lydia Moore, a 6-foot junior. Looks like we have a 30-second timeout for Notre Dame. That's a good timeout for Coach Rohde. And I want to congratulate Coach Rohde. There she is, 14th season now as Notre Dame's head coach. Rosie, she won her 300th game back on February 5th when the Tritons topped Ashwaubenon 74-49. She comes into tonight's action, 304 career coaching victories. Outstanding collegiate career for the Michigan native. UW Green Bay, Rosie, she played collegiately, finishing her Phoenix career with 1,115 career points, one of the best three-point shooters in program history. And of course, they have won 5 WIAA state championships under Coach Rohde, all at Division II. 2013, 2014, 21, 22, and 23, the three-peat. And of course, runners-up last season in Division II, the Tritons falling to Pewaukee 60-52. But congratulations to Coach Rohde, 300 career coaching victories. That's quite the accomplishment. Can't believe this is already her 14th season. I remember her when she played at Green Bay. Standing coach. Krieger just too tough. Didn't hesitate, just made that, the spin on the pivot, kind of a drop step move to the basket, and almost unstoppable there. That's 10 points now for Krieger, her first basket of the second half. Largest lead of the game for Kimberly now at 14. And Tritons have some work to do. Long ways to go, though. We're going to get an offensive foul, it looks like. Is that? No. It is.
And Musel?
It is, yeah. 15 foul now on the Notre Dame Tritons. And that's second personal foul for Musial.
Well, now the ref said 20, but they announced Webster, or did Webster come in?
Webster, I think, came in, yeah.
Oh,
it's on
okay.
Musial as you look at the scoreboard, yep. Krieger, a little hesitation, stays with it, and she'll go to the line. Oh, they're going to stay on the floor? Boy, how many rebounds does Krieger have already? Trying to get it in. Krieger off the glass, no good. Good rebound by Lydia Moore. Outlet, nice pass, and good bucket by number 22, Addie Simpson. First bucket.
Good awareness to look down to see that.
No doubt about that. Beautiful pass, pinpoint.
I was going to say a softball player, baseball player there.
No.
Pinpoint accuracy.
I know for Addie Simpson, according to Rhodey, she's been a big spark off the bench, growing a lot in her role. And responsible for bringing a lot of laughter to the team is Van Vonderen, a bucket. 14 points for Van Vonderen. Guess Simpson likes to crack jokes and make everybody happy, feeling good. You need those players on the team.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Good double by Krieger on that baseline. Coming off the curl, no good. We'll take that, though, for Simpson.
Yeah.
Krieger now going to light it, our spot up from three. Got it. And Kimberly pulling away. 13 points now for Krieger and a 17-point lead for Kimberly. Kimberly defense, Ricard. There we go. How many times have I called you Ricard? At least
I think
twice.
just twice, I think.
Kimberly defense really doing a job right now. There's just not much there for Notre Dame. Making life very difficult there. Van Vonderen kind of altering that shot that Simpson tried. And Eben now off the glass, no good. We're going to get a push on Kimberly, I believe. (42-25), Kimberly with the commanding lead as we look at our Cellcom Piggly Wiggly scoreboard. Still 10 minutes to go in this one. See if the Tritons can make a little bit of a run.
I was going to say, we've seen some comebacks this year, so.
Doing a good job of really hounding the ball.
Yeah.
Notre Dame not comfortable in any sort of rhythm right now. Goki, I should say, with the miss. Musial keeps it. They've done a good job of really focusing, of course, on Peyton as well as that rims out. Van Vonderen with the board. Not giving Musial, Rosie, really a whole lot of looks.
No, they're definitely limiting.
Oh, that'll be a travel.
Yeah.
Musial with 8.
Yeah, they're definitely making Musial work for her points tonight. But, I mean, you're spot on. That defense, they've really clamped down.
Halfway through the second half, regional final. Winner moves on to the sectionals. Well, Musial again working hard. Can't get it to fall, and she'll go to the line. But good work for the Alabama Birmingham commit. Brocktra foul. Looking at common opponents for these two teams. Both lost to Pewaukee. Kimberly beat De Pere, but Notre Dame was swept by the Redbirds, and then Kimberly swept Hortonville, but Notre Dame lost to the Polar Bears. There's Musial 1 of 2, so she's got 9. Good cut and find to the basket. Yep. Rochtrup with the pass. Van Vonderen with the finish. And good team basketball right there.
Is it me, or has there been a lot of kind of like over-the-head one-handed passes inside assists tonight?
Yeah. Sharing the ball well as Webster first field goal. And now Notre Dame with a quick steal. Step through for Musial, and she'll go to the line. That sense of urgency certainly heightened here with 8:15 to play, down 16. Good chance to chip away at the free throw line with the clock stopped. Musial now with 10. She's 3 of 5 from the free throw line here tonight. Remember, their first meeting was 52-47 Kimberly win, 5-point game. And I think we're going to have a full timeout. Is that Kimberly calling a full? Looks like the paper makers are going to burn a timeout, talk things over here. Don't forget about a big subscription deal right now, our digital subscription deal, Post Crescent, Press Gazette, any of our USA Today Network Wisconsin sites. A digital subscription costs $1 for 1 month or $45 for 1 year, and that gets you full unlimited access on your desktop, tablet, and mobile devices every day. Also, the e-edition, that's a digital replica of the print edition, so you can find more information on any of our websites, but you got to get in on that deal. And again, we'll be streaming a girls basketball sectional semifinal, or we're going to be streaming something, either a girls basketball sectional semifinal or maybe a boys regional semifinal. We'll see. But I'll announce the upcoming matchup on my Twitter account at PCBretzi, so please give me a follow. And you can always access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin website. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Kimberly holds on to win this one, and Hartford happens to beat. Ouch. If Hartford happens to beat, is that Homestead I was saying, in the next, tonight? That would be a rematch of last year's sectional semifinal. Hopefully,
Guinness is okay.
Yeah, hopefully she's all right. That's Kate McGinnis, and she'll sit up. Tough kid, tough player. But that could be an interesting rematch. Those teams meeting in the sectional semifinal last season. Good to see Kate on her feet. I think she's all right. Looks like she's walking okay, Rosie, so that's good to see.
Yeah.
Remember, she missed the first, 7 games of the season. She had kind of a knee, a meniscus issue to open the season. So
yeah, I think it was a strain or a sprain.
So she came back and has played excellent basketball all season long and for her career as well. There's Krieger.
Yeah, I kind of wonder if it was something on her side or around her rib or something, but I don't know if she got the wind knocked out of her. I don't know.
That's what I thought. Maybe it was a wind, but good to see her walking off okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully she'll.
Yeah, too many injuries to really good players this year, but too many injuries in general. I mean,
yeah,
it's never good to see any athlete injured.
Well, she worked hard to get back on the floor, so same with Krieger. Get back on the floor. I know Rainey Wilson's been working hard to get back for Hortonville and Again, you want to see these teams at full strength, so hopefully Kate's okay. Shot no good. I think they'll stay with Notre Dame. Looking at Krieger, she's a perfect 6 of 6 from the line now, and she's got 15 points.
And this was her first game back? No, last night was her first game back? Or was today?
Last night.
Last night was, okay.
Check that, 17 points for Krieger. Team foul number 8, so bonus free throws coming. Goki called for it. Urban at the line, shooting the 1-and-1. Urban with the first half triple, looking to add to her point total tonight. Hitting her free throws are the paper makers. Remember what I said? They like to get to the line.
And it looks like McGinnis is back on the bench, so
good.
I think
Looks like she's okay.
she's okay.
Good to see. Great. And you look at Kimberly right now. Rosie, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 of 12 from the stripe.
I'm sorry, what was that again?
12 of 12 from the stripe.
Oh, wow.
Paper makers at the free throw line.
That is good.
Notre Dame, though, very good as well. 2, 3, 6 out of 8. 6 out of 9 now with Simpson at the stripe. Off the mark on the pair for Simpson, who has 2 points. 18-point lead. Still 7:05 to play. Fast-moving first half, Rosie. Now kind of a crawl here in the second half.
Yeah. Isn't that the way it always works out, though?
Yeah. Kimberly's most recent trip to state came back in 2019. Papermakers won state titles in 1987. That was Class A. As Brocktrip with the miss, but another offensive rebound for Kimberly. Good ball movement. Duelist with the finish with the left hand. So many second chance opportunities. Doing good work on the glass, good work at the free throw line, playing through the post, kind of doing what they do. And now a 20-point lead for the Papermakers, who are looking like they're going to move on to the sectional semifinals, though. And there's a good hit by Breeze and a timeout for the Tritons. I shouldn't talk so soon, Rosie, based on the fact that we saw Appleton East come back from that 20-point deficit in the second half against Oostburg. So
yeah,
long way to go.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kimberly state titles in 87, that was Class A. 89, that was Class B. 96, that was Division II, and 98, Division II. That 98 championship squad, that capped a string of 3 straight state championship game appearances for Kimberly. Some more of these Notre Dame notes. Kendall Ronsman, number 3, a 5'7" senior. According to Coach Rohde, she brings a lot of energy to practice and works hard to make the team better. Aspen Abel, a starter, number 30, a 5'11" junior. I guess she suffered a stress fracture throughout the season, but Coach Rohde called her an amazing shooter and a happy kid, brings a lot of positive energy. Lydia Moore, a 6-foot junior, number 34, has been asked to do a lot more since Kaya Waldrop went down and, quote, has been a team-first kid, end quote, all season. Been a spark off the bench. Livy Waldrop out with a concussion, but Coach Rohde calls her a dynamic freshman that we will miss this postseason. So injuries definitely problematic all season long for the Tritons, and that doesn't help. Brianna Breeze has grown a ton for the Tritons this season, according to Coach Rohde. Guess Breeze, this is interesting. She's had a nice game, Rosie. She started the year playing JV and has improved so much.
Oh,
She's
wow.
now a starter. How about that?
Yeah, I was going to say, she's looked good today.
And Van Vonderen, a little gimpy as she gets up. Looks like she's all right.
And you got to wonder, too, with the schedule that they played, how is that experience going to help these underclassmen for next season?
No kidding, right? Yeah. That's a program that's not going to take a big of a dip ever.
No.
You know, they're always going to be a contender. Wow, good feed to the cutting Doulis for the easy lay-in. Doulis now with 7. And back up to a 20-point lead for the Papermakers. Maisie Hintz, number 11, a freshman. According to Coach Rohde, really excited to watch her grow into her role. Coach Rohde says Hintz has a great skill set. Turnover there. Looks like Musial just lost the handle. And then Marley Atkinson, a 5'8" sophomore. A lot of young players. Only just 1, 2, 3 seniors on this Tritons team. Gorky, Ronsman, and of course Musial. So a lot of these kids coming back, Rosie, with a lot of minutes and battle tested. But Atkinson is called an athletic sophomore who played JV all season, but they're excited for what she can add to the future as well. So some notes and facts and figures and stuff.
I was going to say, game experience is never a bad thing.
Yeah. And Kimberly, though, they're bringing a lot of talent back as well.
Oh, yeah.
And right now, Kimberly just kind of content. No rush, up 20. Run some clock here. Off the glass for Krieger.
Yeah, Kimberly could be set up in the FVA for a couple of seasons to come.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Usual nice offensive rebound and good finish with the left. The lefty with the left hand. And 13 points for Musial. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at, I mentioned, of course, Van Vonderen and Doulis, all the D1 offers for them, but then Coach Dave Lepisto said players like Emily Urban and Claudia Asman, a junior, sophomore Kennedy Eben, they've all going to play at the next level, either basketball or maybe some other sports. So Bentley Drought, a senior, she's received interest as well. So both of these programs, though, well stocked for the future. It's always kind of the balancing game. You want to win now, but you certainly want to play for the future as well. You don't want to take any big drop-off.
Oh, yeah. Well, and it's amazing how they're getting offers earlier and earlier.
I know.
Who was it? It was the third sister from the Oostburg.
Yeah, Kinley Ketterhagen. She had an offer from the Badgers in 8th grade as Van Vonderen fouled. 8th grade.
8th grade. Come on.
Or is it Kinsley? Kinsley Ketterhagen.
Kinsley, yeah.
That's the 4th on Breeze. Yeah, can you imagine that? Getting an offer from a Big Ten team, your home state Big Ten team in 8th grade?
Yeah.
That's nice to know your collegiate future is set as an 8th grader.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, just get done playing Fortnite and all of a sudden, hey, my phone's blowing up. The Badgers want me.
Yeah, I'm guessing she's not playing Fortnite. I'm guessing
Probably
she's in
not.
the gym shooting and shooting some more. That's why she had an offer as an 8th grader.
Yeah. No Rocket League for her.
Her dad, Isaiah, the head coach at Oostburg. They're number 1 in D1 when we saw them, or number 1, I should say, in D3. Top-ranked team in D3. East coming back to win that game. Breeze with the miss.
Yeah, haven't had any updates on the other games.
Winner of this one plays Hartford or Homestead next Thursday at De Pere in a sectional semifinal game. That's going to be a good battle. Hartford ranked in the top 10. Both teams ranked in the top 10.
Oh, the game's at De Pere?
Yep. It's always neutral sites
neutral
in the
sites,
sectionals.
Yeah.
Good to see Kate McGinnis back in the game. Getting some minutes here to close out what looks to be a victory. We're going to get an offensive foul on Van Vonderen. her third. (18 for Van Vonderen, 17 for Krieger. Two and a half to go. Kimberly up 20, on its way to moving on to sectionals and improving to 25-1 on the season. We're going to get a timeout from Dave Lepisto. Full timeout. Appleton East up, 50-39 with under 4 to go. Thank you, Meg Prowl. Wow. So looking like the Patriots are going to take down the Polar Bears. That's just too bad for. Congratulations to Appleton East if that's what happens. I mean, they're playing excellent basketball. But that's just too bad for Hortonville when you lose to just a generational type player to that Rainey Wilson, that knee injury. A Miss Basketball finalist in the state of Wisconsin. Going to play at the University of Maryland next season, so she's a Big Ten player. And that's just a tough loss. Obviously, when you lose a kid like that, you're just not going to be the same.
No, most definitely not.
Remember, East beat Hortonville pretty handily just a couple weeks ago. I think it was close to a 40-point game. So, yeah, any more information that you can provide would be great. Now we got Corey S. And, we got a chat coming in. Neenah beating Hudson 61-53. So the Rockets making that 4-hour trip over to Hudson, practically in Minnesota at that point, and the Rockets moving on to the sectionals.
Make us travel 4 hours, fine. I'm gonna come to your house and beat you.
I think Appleton East will play Spash, I want to say, on Thursday. And that's supposed to be at Neenah, but I'm guessing if Neenah's now in it, they'll probably have to move that game. I can't imagine the Rockets would host with still having to play. Whoa. So double bonus now. Kate McGinnis at the line. She's 2 of 2, 4 points on the night, and she gets 2 free throws.
Kimberly has not missed a free throw tonight, correct?
That is correct, Rosie, yeah. So don't jinx Kate right here. She said no big deal.
Unjinxable.
No big deal. Yeah, she's 4-4, 2, 5, 4, 6, 8, 10. 16 of 16, I think I've got unofficially. Points are points. Who cares where you get them?
That's right.
16 points from the free throw line.
Games can be won and lost at the free throw line.
No doubt about it. I don't know why players don't put more of a focus on practicing a free throw, but papermakers seem to do. And how about Lydia Moore getting one to rattle through? The first bucket of the night. As we're just a little over a minute to play, Kimberly going to put this one away. Just sort of methodically pulled away the Papermakers.
Yeah.
I thought defensively was key. They just made life miserable for the Tritons. Offensive glass, second chance points, really glass overall as Van Vonderen fouled. And
yeah, that's a good way to put it. Methodically.
Yeah, just took advantage, hit some shots, got to the line, and just kind of slowly but surely pulled away. And there's the first free throw miss.
I didn't say anything that time, though, so.
As Van Vonderen with those 18 points,
Nice round of applause for players coming off now.
Nice hug between Coach Rohde and Peyton Musial. That's always tough, right? To the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
End of careers. And what a career for Peyton Musial.
Yeah, I was going to say 3 championships she was a part of. 3?
Two.
Two.
And 3 championship games.
Yeah.
Two shots coming up for number 22, Addie Simpson, the 5'6" junior. See if I can find that Hartford Homestead. Not sure I'll be able to, as we're winding down here. Final 10 seconds in this regional championship game. Papermakers moving on, and Notre Dame, do they want to try one more shot at it? I don't think so. And we're going to hear the horn. And that is how this game comes to a close. You can hear the Papermakers fans. Round of applause as Kimberly wins 57-38 in this regional championship game. And Kimberly moving on to next week, Thursday's sectional semifinal. I'm going to add up the points here as fast as I can. But again, I just thought it was just a workmanlike effort, Rosie, for Kimberly. Nothing flashy, just kind of did what they did.
Yeah.
You know, really played good defense and locked them up. And you can see the sectional, or I should say the regional championship plaque. You can see Coach Lepisto getting it from Ryan McGinnis, who gives it to Ryan's daughter, Kate. And they're celebrating a regional championship as they get ready to move on to sectionals.
Well earned. Well earned. And then I'm assuming, are you looking for the score of the?
Yeah, that Hartford Homestead game. I was
Homestead.
kind of curious if we can find that game. I'm going to look on Twitter here pretty quick. I don't see anything yet. I want to thank Corey S., Wisconsin Corey, for sending us some scores. Xavier over Amro. It was halftime, 45-31. That was a while ago now. Sorry, Corey, I missed it. We got a 2-man crew here tonight, so we've been kind of busy keeping things running as best we can. But yeah, again, Kimberly, workmanlike effort. Again, it wasn't flashy. We weren't nailing threes. I don't even think they were particularly hot offensively, but making sure that they pounded it inside as best they could, running their offense through the post, playing great defense, out rebounding right on both ends, defensively and offensively, often keeping Notre Dame to one look and giving themselves second chance opportunities. And they get into the free throw line where they only missed one. Let's see, there were 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. I have them 17 of 18 from the free throw line. So that's a good recipe to win basketball games.
They seemed to just make adjustments however they needed during the game, and nothing flashy. No big. Didn't win it or lose it by the 3 ball tonight. Just good old-fashioned basketball, hard work and adjusting and
kind of pulling away. And again, I'm sure they're thrilled to have Reagan Krieger back, who we weren't keeping rebounding totals or anything like that, but she had to have had a double-double, 17 points. She had to have.
Yeah.
She had to have at least 10 rebounds. So.
Yeah, and that, I mean, you got to wonder if that might have been the factor where the last game between these teams was a little bit closer because of the fact that she was not.
Yeah, that's a big miss.
Didn't play.
That's a big miss when she's not in there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure, again, her looking, and she looked healthy. She looked good.
Yeah.
I mean, even though she had that leg in a brace.
Yeah, she seemed to do everything. I mean, she was working it inside. She had mid-range, and she went, I believe she popped a 3 or 2, didn't she?
Krieger had one triple, yeah.
And
she was 6 of 6 from the line, working hard on both ends as far as getting the rebounds. So, yeah, she did a good job.
Yeah.
And Kimberly will be formidable, no doubt about it. We'll see, though. It just gets tougher and tougher as the tournament season goes on. So they'll either take on 4th-ranked Homestead or 4th-ranked Hartford or 8th-ranked Homestead. But let me run down the scoring here before we sign off. For the Papermakers, Urban with 5, Brockstrup with 3, McGinnis 6, Dula 7, Van Vonderen 19, Krieger with 17.
Oh, I got a Hartford 1.
Hartford 1?
73-55.
All
Hartford
right,
1.
so
Thank you, Meg Prowl 21.
Appreciate that, Meg. And thanks for those tweeting or sending in scores through the chat tonight. We appreciate it. So it looks like Kimberly and Hartford next week. For Notre Dame, Webster with 4, Musial 13, Simpson 4, Breeze 10, Abel 5, and Moore 2. And again, quick for Notre Dame, a lot of injuries this season that they have sustained. You know, losing Kaya Waldrop, not ideal. She'll be back just as a junior. And again, a lot of these young kids, they're going to be, again, battle-tested with that sort of non-conference schedule, being immersed in this program where they win. It's a championship, state championship caliber program year in, year out. And, you know, Coach Sarah Rohde is going to have another tough squad as she, you know, gets ready to look to 2025-26 season. They're going to be a contender in the FRCC and beyond, and they're not going to shy away from another tough non-conference schedule.
No
so
question
I think you
about
got to
it.
be very thrilled if you're a Tritons fan. It stinks to lose tonight, but you got a lot of talent coming back. You're losing some key players, I should say some key girls, but you got some very good young talent coming up again for the Tritons, and those girls look like they're going to be formidable in the years I should say, to come. So I'm looking forward to watching how that all plays out for Coach Rohde and her outstanding program at Notre Dame. For Kimberly, 3rd-ranked Papermakers, now 25-1 on the season. They'll take on 4th-ranked Hartford on Thursday in the WIAA Division I sectional semifinal at De Pere High School. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 p.m. As for Notre Dame, the Tritons finish their season 17-9, and again, congratulations on a great run, 15-3 in the FRCC. And again, they're going to be tough next season. Looking forward to it as well. Well, we still have this season to get through. And as for us, we're going to be somewhere next Thursday. I can't tell you what we're going to be doing, but the plan is to stream likely a girls sectional semifinal, but there's some interesting boys regional semifinals as well based on how the computer put everything together. But anyway, I'll make it the announcement on my Twitter account at PCBrettC, so please give me a follow. And you can always access our previous Game of the Week live streams on our USA Today Network Wisconsin websites. Just go to the sports section and scroll down until you see the Watch Our Varsity Game of the Week Prep live streams link. Again, thanks to our sponsors, Cellcom, Piggly Wiggly, and Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear. Join Cellcom and get an extra line free plus 2 phones on them. They're a Wisconsin-based business helping you stay connected. Visit cellcom.com/save for details. Piggly Wiggly is proud to support Wisconsin high school athletics. As your local grocery store, they're committed to making a difference in the community, both on and off the field. Shop local, shop the pig. And Cooney's, they have the skills and experience to customize your apparel and spread the word about your organization. Visit them online at Cooney's Embroidery and Sportswear.com. Any final thoughts, Rosie, before we shut her down?
No, I think I'm good. You said everything that needed to be said. I don't need to ruin it with anything. So
come on now.
No, it was a good game. It really was. I mean, you know, Notre Dame's got a good future ahead of them with some battle-tested underclassmen coming back next season, and like you said, workmanlike victory for the Papermakers tonight. They they just adjusted. They did what they had to do, and they look good doing it.
They sure did, and we'll see if they can continue to look good doing it as they get ready for another tough battle. Third-ranked Kimberly, fourth-ranked Hartford next Thursday. DePere High School will be the site for that WIAA Division I sectional semifinal game. In the meantime, as we look at our Cellcom and Piggly Wiggly scoreboard, once again, the final score tonight, Kimberly with the win over Notre Dame, 57-38. Appreciate you all watching tonight. Have a great evening and the rest of your weekend. And as always, thanks for watching, everybody.